All right, welcome into Market Day Report. I am Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Happy Thursday to you. It's Friday Eve, but it's also the last day of the month, and it's Halloween, and we got a lot going on here. Why don't we take a look and see if these markets are doing anything that we like. We'll start with corn. I did the radio show a little earlier here today, and there wasn't a lot going on, folks. There still isn't. We've got a corn board that's down to 1.5 cents to 4.10. That's 3 ticks off the close, but only 2 3/4 cents off the highs now. So another small range. We're just down 1.5 cents. That's decent. March is off just 1 tick at 4.25 1/4. We can move along. There's nothing going on over there, and there hasn't been for a few days now. Soybeans, they were 4.5 cents better here now. Well, there you go. Nove's up 9 to 9.81, 4.5 cents off the high of the day. We're going to call that about 5.5 cents off the lows. So that is pretty much smack dab in the middle of that range. Jan's up 4.25 cents to 9.95 and a half. Trying to put a 10 handle back on it. Look at the high. 9.99 1/4. We tried, but we've backed off about 4 cents. We'll see if we can get it later on today. Let's take a look at wheat in Chicago. Chicago wheat, 6 1/4 cents lower there, backing up from yesterday's move higher. 5.67 is last in Dees wheat in Chicago. And again, that's 3.5 cents off the low of the day. And we're going to call it 6 3/4 cents off the highs. March is down 6.5 cents to 5.87. And again, that's 2 3/4 cents off the low. That's Chicago wheat off between 6 1/4 to 7 3/4 cents across the board. Move from Chicago to the Kansas City hard red. That's down 8 cents up front. Dees is 5.67 3/4, 2 3/4 cents off the low of the day. March is down 8 1/4 cents to 5.81 and a half. All right, that's 2.5 cents off the lows there. So wheat kind of trading on its heels here today, folks. That's the hard red in Kansas City, basically off about 8 1/4 cents across the board. A spring wheat, that's Minneapolis, 7 3/4 cents lower there in that Dees contract. We still have a 6 in front of it, though. We did dip below it, but we're back above it. 6.01 1/4 is last, and that's about what? Oh, about 3 3/4 cents off the low of the day. 5.97 3/4 was our low. So there you go. 7 cents lower in the March. 6.25 3/4 is last there. All right, that's spring wheat. And then we move over to the cotton. What's cotton got for us? A 55-point loss here today. That's D. 69.37 is last there, and that's 11 points off the low of the day. Let's bring in our guest analyst. It's going to be Mr. Ryan Kelbrants. He's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. Thank you very much, Ryan, for being on the phone. What's top of mind?
You know, we started the day off 7:30. Export sales came out. Corn, really decent number, 2.341 million, with estimates of 1.8 to 3.5. Down a little bit from the previous week, but 7% above the 4-week average. So corn sales posted an excellent total. That was the second highest, biggest total of the marketing year. So Mexico accounted for 25%, and unknown accounted for 33% there. So bean number, also an exceptional number, 2.273 million metric tons. They were thinking 1.6 to 2.8. That's up 6% from last week and 39% above the 4-week average. So soybeans posted a huge total, and it was the best sales of the new marketing year that started in September. So total commitments are 13% higher than last year at this point, and China was the biggest buyer, accounting for 31% of this week's sales, too. Wheat numbers were in line with estimates, 411,400 metric tons. They were thinking 300 to 600, down from last week and about 14% below the previous week's average. But wheat sales are near the middle of expectations, so Mexico continues to be the biggest buyer overall, and this week as well, too. So, and then at 8 o'clock, we saw a nice export sales announcement. We've seen quite a few of those recently. The USDA reported daily export sales of 150,000 tons of soybean cake and meal for delivery to unknown destinations there. We're obviously keeping a keen eye on weather in South America. We do have crop progress and conditions on Monday. There'll probably be some late delays for the late corn and bean harvest there. A U.S. attaché did estimate that Argentina's 24-25 soybean crop at 52 million metric tons. That's up 1 million metric tons from the October WASDE report. So the next WASDE report is going to be a week from tomorrow, next Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time. We'll look at that, and then crop conditions and progress tomorrow morning, or on Monday morning, and then tomorrow after the close, we're going to take a look at commitment of traders and see where the funds are sitting.
All right, I agree. Great stuff. Super content as usual. Thank you very much for bringing us to us. That's Ryan Kelbrants. He's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights, Minnesota. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more livestock for the guy wearing the livestock jacket right after this.